5 worst investment choices you can make in your life in your 30s. So if you are someone in your 30s, right, so you can watch this video. So hi, hello, this is Ganesh and I'm a millionaire coach and author of the book Money Leaks and upcoming author of the book One Page Stock Market Plan. So I'm just going to share about this worst investment choices you can make. Even I did that, so I just want to share that, right? So before proceeding, please go and subscribe to my page channel so that you will get lots of videos about stock markets, mutual funds reviews and all these stuff which you will not get anywhere else, right? So what is the first thing you can do? Don't buy fixed income policies, right? They'll say this is the fixed income I'm going to get and it's awesome, right? But the point is what you're going to get out of fixed income. 5%, 6%, are you going to make a lot of money with that? And your hard earned income is not going to grow more. Why not even grow, it's going to be like flat because every year inflation is around 6 to 7% on an average. Consider your lifestyle inflation, it will be in double digit. If that double digit inflation, you're going to put your money in fixed income policy which is going to get you 5 to 6%. This is the wise choice because you are young. You need to take you will, your expenses are keep on growing once you get married, once you have kids, and once you have you need to pay for your kids education. All these things and all these miscellaneous things are going to keep on adding. If that in place, will this fixed income policies help? Think again. And the next thing is don't get into ULIP policies as well because they're not an investment, they're not an insurance, they are the mix of both. And it depends upon if the market is going good, maybe you will get positive returns. But in the long run, you should stay invested for 10 plus years. But most of the ULIP policies are sold like you can invest for 5 years and get maximum returns in the next 10 years. That's how they are selling. So it's a very wrong way. And instead you can invest in a mutual fund itself for long term because mutual fund expense ratio is way less than the ULIP policies and your tax associated with ULIP itself. And one thing what people say is that ULIP attracts no tax and that is a good investment, but the point is while paying itself you're paying tax. So people are telling that after while exiting there is no tax, but in mutual funds the total expense ratio is very less. And while exiting any returns excess of 1 lakh is taxed at 10% and you can withdraw it. And that is the point. But the point is the returns whatever this ULIP is going to make and this mutual fund is going to make is way far different. So think differently and think in a wise manner. And don't buy extra PPF. Already if you're an employee you'll be investing in a PPF, employee provident fund or provident fund in your company. And on top of it I had seen my friends purchasing extra VPF, voluntary pension, voluntary provident fund, and they also go for PPF in banks, right? So all these are extra things which they are doing, and it's pointless and useless. And don't buy pension plans. That is the point. I had seen my one of my business owner friend where he bought a policy for 50 lakhs, thinking that that will help in during his pension days. His retirement is around 20 years from now, and for 50 lakhs he has been paying a lot of money, more than a lakh he has been paying, not more than, even more than that he has been paying. For a quarter he has been paying, and he thought that is going to help. 50 lakhs is going to fetch you 1 crore after 20 years. Will it be enough? And that is a huge point you should consider. Even in your 30s, if you're investing some pension plans for 30 years, you need to pay a huge premium. And after 30 years, will that money of worthful? Because considering inflation, expenses, and all these aspects, no way, right? And finally, the be wise if you want to buy home now or after 5 10 years. Why do you want to get into the pressure of 25 30s in the early 30s and buying a home and all the expenses of marriages and all these aspects? It's a huge burden, right? Allocate this time for learning about what is a good investment product to invest. And can I invest in stock market? Can I take advantage of mutual funds? All these are better liquid assets. Once you grow it after 10 years in your 40s you can buy bigger home. Cost is not going to increase. For the last 10 years real estate prices, residential real estate prices across India has almost stayed the same. So the point is why do you don't get into the pressure of your relatives, your parents, your spouse, and think that yes I need to have my home. It's an emotional connect. Have that emotional connect in your 40s. Buy a bigger home. I'm not stopping you from buying. Buy a bigger home, live an enjoyable life. And in 30s and early 40s is the time you can enjoy uh, newly married life along with your family, right? So at that time if you have the pressure you will not even step out, you will not even go for vacations. See what is your priority, what you want in life. Do you want to enjoy or do you want to get into the pressure, right? So all these are worst investment choices you can make in your early 30s. And think again. If you have any questions you can post your questions, I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this with your friends who is in your 30s, and even for 40s it might work. So I'll come up with the next video with interesting stuff for people in 40s. Thank you so much. Please leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.